Welcome everyone to Nikki Loves Books, and Nikki here, and today we do have our first ever Fabled Co book unboxing. I don't actually have a box. I have them wrapped up here. And the reason why I don't have a box and why I got so many books at once, and now it will make sense to y'all when I said that I had 9 books show up on Saturday, is because Fabled box was behind, and so they shipped actually 2 boxes in 1 box, and they do 3 books a month. Well, depending on your subscription. I did all 3, and so I got 6 books literally in 1 box. I do like the fact that they did separate them. I appreciate that. And they gave me a little thing that said, all right, these are the June books, and then obviously they had one of these for the July books. So we're gonna go ahead and do the unboxing for the June. So what I liked about Fabled subscription was, again, they had 3 subscriptions, and technically speaking, when I subscribed, there was also a 4th one, but the 4th one they only did like every quarter, I think, like every 4 months or so. And so when I was subscribed, that was not an option for me. And looking at their website today, I didn't even see that 4th option. So I don't know if that was something that they got rid of. I'm entirely unsure. But they have 3 main subscriptions that you can pick and choose from every single month. So I'm like, I could have done 3 one month, and then the next month, if I didn't like 2 of the choices, I could have just been like, no, I'll just take the 1 book, so on and so forth. They do tell you the book in advance, so you know what you're getting. Therefore, you can make the best choice possible. I like being surprised, but of course, I am also spending money, and I already have a lot of books. And so do I really want a repeat of a book I already have, or I'm going to be getting? No. But unfortunately, I canceled my subscription before I even got these books. And the reason being is that Fabled is a Australian company. And when I subscribed, they did have a warehouse here in America, which made shipping obviously a lot cheaper. And so that's why I was like, yeah, let me try this company out. And unfortunately, the warehouse in America did not work out for them. And so they moved back entirely to Australia only. And so the shipping just became really, really pricey. And I don't have unlimited funds. I know I spend a lot of money on books. Please be aware that I also have a chronic illness. I can't really do a lot outside the home because I have to control, especially my temperature environment, so much to prevent a full body flare up from my autoimmune disease that I do have. So do take that into account, that the reason why I spent a lot of money on books is because it's the only escape I have. But ultimately, I don't have unlimited funds for books. So when the shipping becomes really, really, really high, I do have to think about, like, is this affordable for me? Unfortunately, with Fabled going back to Australia only, I couldn't afford to continue the subscription. So sadly, we're only going to have 3 unboxings with Fabled, but I'm still excited for those books. So let's get into it. So something to keep in mind with Fabled is they're not as big as Owl Crate and Bookish Box, so they're not going to have all the same bells and whistles that Owl Crate and Bookish Box have been slowly able to add into the repertoire. So take that into consideration, that compared to Bookish Box and Owl Crate, these books might not seem as fancy, but they are still special editions. They're just at a limited capacity to do everything. So one of the subscriptions that Fabled has is called Fabled Knights, and that is their contemporary dark romance subscription. So our book for our Fabled Knights in June is The Perfect Fit by Sadie Kincaid. And it says, 1 wannabe writer from Brooklyn, 3 insanely hot billionaires, 1 very indecent proposal. West Archer, Ezekiel Kavanaugh, and Xander King, aka the Unholy Trinity, ruthless, ambitious, intimidating, with dark tastes and even darker desires. They've been searching for the perfect woman to fit into their unique lifestyle for over a decade, but despite their best efforts, none have made it past 3 months. Believing they're destined to never find the one, they swear to stop looking until they meet Lily. There's something about Lily Sloan, something that captivates all 3 of them for the first time ever. It seems like they may have truly found the perfect fit, but as we all know, there is such thing as too good to be true. Lily Sloan isn't the penniless girl from Brooklyn they think she is, and with a past full of lies and secrets that she's trying to escape, the unholy trinity might have bitten off more than they can chew. When trust is broken, is there any way back? Obviously, this is a reverse harem, and I absolutely love those. So I'm really excited for this book. We, of course, have an exclusive cover with foiling. It does have gilded edges all the way around. We have a foiled hardcover case. And that back quote says, "I'm a fucking monster, but I'm your monster now." We have designed end papers. And it, of course, is signed by the author. So overall, I do really like the gilded edges, and I do like that they did puzzle pieces throughout because it's called the perfect fit, but not too crazy about this design. I will be the first one to say that. Like, I'm just like, it's okay. It's not my favorite. It's a little bit harder to come up with cool designs for contemporary romances, so I totally get that. The next subscription is Fabled Twilight, and that is their fantasy romance subscription. And our book for our June Fabled Twilight is Worthy of Fate by A.N. Cottle. The gem. Marked by the gods, Kaya is forced to partake in a trial for a chance to be deemed worthy. If she succeeds, she'll be gifted great powers. If she fails, she could lose her life or worse. But that's only the start of her worries. Now the same plague that took her home is spreading and threatening the fate of the realm. Can Kaya survive the trial of the gods and gain the needed power to rid the world of the growing threat before it's too late? Or will she be drawn to what awaits? The shadow. Riker has waited a long time for her, his mate. Now he's found her. He plans to claim what is rightfully his, but dark forces threaten to destroy his nation should he embrace the bond he so desperately desires. Unable to escape the drive to be near her, he waits for his precious gem lingering in her shadow. So an interesting fantasy romance that had obviously darker vibe with the Shadow Daddy, it seems like, and I love those. Our special edition, of course, has an exclusive cover. I actually really like this cover. I think the design is super cool. We do have stenciled edges on this side, and then the top and the bottom are just sprayed edges. And then here's our foiled hardcover case, and we have, you know, a very similar look to the front of the cover, and it looks like there's some Viking inspiration in this artwork. Love the Pegasus on the back. We do have matching designed end papers, which is identical to the design on the edge. And then, of course, it is signed by the author. And our last book in our June Fabled book box is from Fabled Moonlight, which is their adult-only paranormal fantasy book subscription. And that book is Shades of Silver City by Miranda Joy. And it says Silver City 1 at the top. I'm assuming that this is a series. It doesn't actually say so on Goodreads, so very interesting. So Shades of Silver City. Imagine if Gotham City had fairies, the Grim Reaper, Robin Hood, and romance. Tassia Foster lives in Silver City, a fae-free human haven where magic is banned. She's undoubtedly human and unquestionably depressed. Thanks to her late phaeologist father, she also possesses an irritating ability to see soul shades, which she tries her best to ignore. When Tassia encounters Archer Akiai, a powerful vigilante gang leader with his own mysterious abilities, her complacency is challenged. Archer knows Tassia is a soul seer. He offers to keep her secret in exchange for her help solving a string of mysterious deaths in the city. Reluctantly, she agrees to help, and soon the two are battling a budding attraction amidst the mayhem. Tassia must decide whether saving the city is worth uncovering harsh truths about her past, accepting Archer's secrets, and surrendering to her romantic feelings despite her inclination to settle back into her safe, lackluster life. So definitely another book that caught my eye, and I was interested to give it a shot. And we, of course, have an exclusive cover with that beautiful foiling. I do really like the details on this one. And that back side with the skull. We have beautiful stenciled edges all the way around. I really, really like the colors on this. Here is our foiled hardcover case that continues those beautiful colors, and it says, "Some Brody blonde asshole with too much ego, leather, and stupid finger tattoos." And on the back it says, "I'll ruin you for every other man because I will devour you." We also have illustrated end papers, which is supposed to be notes like a diary journal from the main character Tassia. And then it is, of course, signed by the author. So that is it for our Fabled June unboxing. So we got 3 books. And ultimately, seeing these books, I'm not devastated that I didn't continue my subscription. It's not the end of the world. And especially taking in that shipping costs into account. So I think with the shipping costs, these special editions are definitely not worth the amount of money I'd have to pay to get them. But I am hoping I'll like their book choices. So obviously it's going to be a minute before I can get to these because I'm currently reading The Graham Effect. I'm not even halfway through that book, and then I still have For She Is Wrath, which is our Owl Crate young adult book from November. And then I have the adult fantasy Owl Crate book, which is The Courting of Bristol Keats. Then I have my 2 books from my Baddies book box from October that just arrived, and that is Until I Get You, and then Ruthless King. And then I have these 3 books to get to, but not sure what order I'm going to be reading them in. So I have quite a few books lined up. But thank you all so much for being here. Make sure you like this video if you want to see me do more unboxings. And definitely look forward to the next unboxing, which will be our Fabled July unboxing, which again will have 3 more books. As always, let me know in the comments below your thoughts on these books and their designs. I always love to hear from you. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join me for all the bookish fun. We are focused on unboxings right now just because I'm having some issues with my esophagus and my throat, so don't know if talking makes it worse because my voice does kind of get hoarse after a while. Last but not least, definitely thank you for being here and have a great Thanksgiving for those of you who celebrate it.